Okay, so we're going to make it a practice video for this week because I'm either en route to my house in Toronto or we just got home from our 2-day return trip from Nova Scotia. What we're going to work on tonight is a little bit more skill stuff. So we're going to do our G major, we're going to do our double stops and the open strings. We're going to do some drop downs. We're going to look at G major in thirds, which we looked at a long time ago, and really I don't think we've really revisited it. And I noticed that in the Drowsy Maggie, there's a big scale in thirds that happens in the second part, and it's an extremely good and valuable thing to get under your hand. Let me tell you, very, very good skill to have. So first of all, why don't we start off by playing? Oh yeah, we're going to practice Fields of Athenry. Definitely going to do that. We're going to practice Drowsy Maggie. And I thought we could get familiar with a little tune called Come for the Kaylee. That'd be fun. So anyway, so let's get started. So let's do, first of all, we'll do our G major scale and arpeggio. Before we do that, we're going to do some open string double stops, okay? Just to get this fiddle rattling and get it working right. So let's start off, we're going to do the GD. The AD. And the last one, AE. Okay, and you can hear there, nice and controlled speed and weight. I'm going to do it, let's just do it again. Ready, and... Other way. Okay, and hopefully that was just as good for you with a nice consistent speed and weight on the two strings. Nice ringing double stops. Let's do it again. Ready, and... Okay, now hopefully that's working out for you pretty good. Now let's do something a little different with the double stops. You remember the bowing patterns that we used to practice when we very, very first started, and we'll get back to practice them. And I thought it would be a great idea to try them on your double stops. All right? Now if I think about which ones we were doing, let's start off with the simplest one. So we're going to practice those double stops once more, but then we're going to try doing the down, up, up on each set of double stops. That's the simplest bowing exercise that we started with, and I think it'd be great to do on two strings. So first of all, one more crack at the straight up double stops, maybe a little faster of bow, and then we'll try the bowing exercise. So let's give that a go. So first of all, just a bit faster with the bow, regular. Okay, that worked out really well. Now let's try the down, up, up. Okay, and we'll start with the GD. Ready, and... And now DA. Hey. do. So becomes more challenging when you start putting the brakes on, that's for sure, absolutely. And it'll give you a really good workout for when you're on a single string. You'll find that it's much easier to be on a single string, and you get a nice clean start and stop a little bit easier. So let's do it again right away. Ready, go. Whoops, we'll do two of them on each set. I'd say that was pretty successful, and I hope it was for you too. We'll try it one more time. Try to see what's going on with your approach to the strings, your touch, that might be causing you problems. Whether it's too much weight when you start. That would be an example of too much weight to start off that double stop. Or even when you stop it. You hear that? Those TTC breaks. That's what you want to avoid. You want a nice clean stop. It's all about your hand. So you're coming up, you're doing that, you do the down, you're coming up and you stop and you let the energy go with your fingers in your hand a tiny bit, and then start pulling again. See, as simple as that. Up she goes, let up, shock absorbers kick in, keep moving. That's how you do it. Let's do it again. Ready, go. Little scrapey the last one, but that was really, really good there. Good stops and starts, and that's what you're looking for with this exercise, and it's all about that hand. Okay, so now that we're done with that, let's practice our G major scale and arpeggio like we always do to warm up. G major scale, 2 octaves, arpeggio. Ready, and arpeggio. Might as well go ahead and do that again. G major scale and arpeggio. arpeggio. Drowsy Maggie in the second part has this little trick, the scale in thirds. Okay, and so I thought it would be really good to actually do the scale in thirds. We did it ages ago, a while back now, and I really think it would be really good to refresh it because sometimes you get these skills when you have the need for them, and this tune in particular is a very good example. So with a scale in thirds, just as a reminder in case you forget how it works, we play the first note of the scale, which is in this case is a G, and then 3 notes away, which is a B. Okay, so that's open and then 2. I call it odds and evens because it's open 2, 1, 3. 2, open 3, 1. That's how the pattern works. So let's see if we can, I'll show you to remind you, and I'll call out the numbers if you're trying. So we got open G, 2, 1, G3, D1, D, 2, 1, 3, 2, A, D3, A1, opening, A2, 1, 3, 2, E, A3, E1, E, 2, 1, 3, and then 2 to finish. That's the G. Okay, now let's come down. So we're going to come down just off the G. You can also do from the B, but I want to be a little bit simpler. So we're going to go 2. It's just the reverse. 2 and then open. 1, A3, E, A2, 3, 1, 2, A, 1, D3, A, D2, 3, 1, 2, open, 1, G3, D, G2, 3, 1, 2, open, 1. Now we don't have an extra string to go next string third, so we just play a 2 and an open. And that's how the scale in thirds works. So let's do that again right away with me calling out the numbers just like I just did. And then we're going to do it without the numbers. All right? So here we go. G major in thirds without me calling out the numbers. Ready? Go. were able to get through that despite me not calling out the numbers. But just to be sure, why don't we go ahead and have another go at it. Okay, so now we're going to try that just the tiniest bit faster. Just the tiniest bit faster, more like this. Ready, go. Now, hopefully you were able to keep up with that as well. And if you're having trouble, there's two things, first of all, that really, really strengthen this exercise. The first thing is just this simple act of doing the halves of your hand. The even half and the odd half. 2 and 4, 1 and 3. Trying to make them work independently and come up there just like that without looking would be really good. See if you can do that. So first of all, you're probably going to have to look at your hand and make sure you got the right fingers up and make sure you got the right fingers down. But after a while, you want to do it without looking. Okay? And that'll really help so many tunes and so many little bits of tunes and patterns like that. Really, really help. One half of your hand and the other is a very, very important thing to work on. So first of all, you can do that. It does not hurt. It only helps. The other thing is just go back up to where I do call out the numbers. And if you have trouble keeping up with that, then go back to where I do call out the numbers slow. More times. Just more times with that, and then try that a little bit faster without me calling out the numbers again. See how you get along. Check out your batting average. All right? Ready? Now, go. Now, hopefully you were able to get through that despite me not calling out the numbers. But just to be sure, why don't we go ahead and have another go at it. Ready? Go. Okay, so now we're going to try that just the tiniest bit faster. Just the tiniest bit faster, more like this. Ready, go. So now we're all warmed up with G major, and we did this experiment last time where we practiced E minor right away afterwards, and I think we should go ahead and do that again. So again, this is where we're turning the major scale into a minor scale by using exactly the same shape of the hand as G, with the close 2 on the A string, the close 2 on the E string, but we're going to start the scale on an E, and it's going to come out E minor, natural minor. So why don't we go ahead and do that? So here we go. Here's your E if you want to get that tuned up. That's great. Now let's do it. Ready, and... right up to B. Down we go. Right down. That's the E minor scale, natural minor scale. Hopefully your hand, and more importantly your ear, is getting used to the sound of that scale. Let's do it again right away. Ready, go. That's your E, sorry. Get her tuned up, comfy spot. Ready, go. Okay, now let's see if we can crank out an arpeggio. So we'll start on the E. Here we go. Ready, and... low B in there. Let's do it again right away. Ready? Here's your E. Ready, go. So in that case, that double stop there might be was a little bit flat, and that's why I gave you the. That's better. So that's E minor scale and arpeggio. And hopefully, like I said, the hand is making its way around that, and the ear, more importantly, is getting used to the sound of that scale. Now, I think we should practice Drowsy Maggie. All right, we learned it last week. So let's go very slow, and let's go through the damn thing at least twice. Okay, one end to the other. Here we go. Ready, slow. One more. Take a breather. We're going to do that again. Slow. bit faster. Here's your E if you want to tune it. Okay, so it's going to be more like this. We're just going to see if it works, okay? Just keep that bow moving as best you can. Ready, 2, 3, and... One more time. Now that was just a touch faster, but hopefully that was okay for you. And watch out for the usual problems. Maybe it's bowing. It's very important to get the up-ups. That's very, if you don't get that going in this tune, it makes it very difficult the second time around each part. So make sure you're getting those. Make sure you get the rhythm right. So the long notes, make sure you hold them out. See that? That's how you get through it when the tempo goes up a little. Now, I remember last time when we started talking about this tune, I talked about the possibility of doing a roll in the first part. It's very commonly done. Now we're doing cuts. And certainly in Cape Breton, that's the way we play it. But if you wanted to try to put a real Irish roll in Drowsy Maggie, it would be like this in the first part. So you play the long E. Now, instead of playing the two E's, I'm going to tie those two E's together and I'm going to play a roll on it, which I've explained before is the note, the note above, I use the third finger, the note again, the note below, the note to finish, all in one big up bow. That's what it sounds like. Yum diddly dum is the rhythm of it. Now rolls are different according to going up bow or down bow. This particular one is on an up, and I'll show you why. So when you first play the tune, you play the first phrase. And that's how that works there. Now, when you play it slow, you don't really get the effect, but when it's a little faster, it sounds like this. Or when it's up to speed, it's the best. And what I like about that particular roll in this tune is, first of all, it's very traditional. Over in Ireland, to play a roll on that E. Everybody does it. It's a really good thing to do. But also gives you one note, one goal in the part to try to get the roll in. Sometimes that's hard enough. But since it keeps coming back around, it gives you that crack at it. And I really do suggest you try, when you play the tune, to try to get the roll in at least, say, one time. Out of all the repeats of that phrase, you could try to get it in there one time. Be very good. And I bet you any money it's going to happen. Once you get one in there, you'll find that they start to come in even if you don't want them to. Which is something I got to watch all the time. I play way too many rolls and ornaments on stuff sometimes. I try to strip it down. But anyway, so that's where the roll goes. I'll show you one more time. You got the first phrase. And then you play the E, roll. I'll do it again. One more time. A little faster. And that's how the roll works in there, all right? So I suggest we take her one more time, and this time I'm going to put a roll every time we come around to that part. You guys, you're going to try for one. Just one, okay? Let's get it going. We'll take it at that last speed. Okay, ready? 3, and... Drowsy Maggie with the roll. And I put a couple more in there too. And I want you guys to see if you can suss that out and figure. It's also a first finger roll on the A string. I'm doing a first finger roll there. And we'll talk next time about how that can fit into the melody as well. So that's Drowsy Maggie, and hopefully that's going okay. I think that we should have one more crack at it. I will do the rolls one more time. We'll do it again with the rolls in, and hopefully you can get at least one of them, and hopefully the rest is going to be nice and smooth for you. Ready, 3, and... Tune called Come to the Cayley, or Morrison's Wedding March, I think is another name for it. There's a few names for it, but I'm sure you've heard it before. It's a fun little tune. That's her, and it can go on for quite a time. Anyway, so I thought that'd be a great one to try to get. Now let me just talk about it very quickly. First of all, it's in the key of D. You can see how it resolves to the D over and over again. So you get your hand in the shape for the key of D. A little quick scale never hurts. Remember that G natural in the key of D on the E string there? And then we'll come down. Okay, that always helps to get the hand in the right shape. Let's do it again. Now that we're in the right shape, so the first part, very, very simple, starts on the A string. And that's a D2 at the bottom there, so A, 1A, D2, A, and then we got the D, A, F. That's the first phrase. phrase. And then we got the second phrase. See that? It leaves you hanging there. So we got the F, E, F, G, the close to, and then the A2 regular to make a C sharp there. And then we got some quick notes. That's just the D, C, D, up we go, skip 2, right to the high A there. So we go, so it starts on the E1, A2, and then D, C, D, up we go to A. Let's go real slow. F, E, F, G, C sharp, 3, 2, 3, up we go. One more time. And then we play the first phrase again. So really, let's see if I can put this together. We got the first phrase. Second phrase. First phrase again. And then the ending. Very much like the second phrase, but ends different. That's all the same, but instead of the little quick notes, we just got an E, D, D. See that? Let's do that again. 1, open 1, 2, A2, E, A3, 3. Okay, now let's go right through that whole A part. Starts on the A, B, A, F, A. Again. One more time. That's the first part for you right there. Now the second part starts on the E string. The second part starts on the E string. It goes E, 1 E, and then the C sharp, E, and then F, E, high A. See that? Nice little phrase there. Let's try that again. Open E, 1 E, A2, E, 1, open, 3. And then you do the same thing, but this time A3, 1, E1, E, C. Let's try that again. A3, 1, E1, E, A2. One more time. 3, 1, 1, E, 2. First phrase again. then this ending. 1, 1, A. And that's meant to go back into the first. You can hear it wants to start again. See that? So let's see. So we got the first phrase. Goes right up. Second phrase, down. So first phrase again. Ending. B, B, A, A. And that's her. That's the whole second part. So let's go very nice and slow and see if we can get through it. E, 1E. Ready? And. Again, ready, and. Okay, hopefully that's working. And now we'll go a little tiny bit faster, take the grinder to it a good few times. Ready, and. Again. One more. That's the B part, and that's the whole thing. So now let's start her up. We'll play it a good couple times, and whatever you do, don't give up. Here we go. Starts on the A string. Ready, 2, 3, and. Second part. you go. That's Come for the Kaylee. Really great little tune. I think we should try it again, of course. So we'll do that. We'll try it again another 3 times at that speed. And then we'll try it a little bit faster. Here we go. Starts on the A string. Ready, 2, 3, and... Second part. First part. There you go. We'll try it a little faster now. Ready, and... One more. Faster. One more. And on the first part. That makes more sense to the ear. Okay, so today we practiced the double stops with the bowing, which I thought was really good to do. We did the G major in thirds, we did E minor, we practiced Drowsy Maggie, and then we tried to get a roll in it, and then we had a little crack at the Come for the Kaylee. So I think that's a really good plan for you guys for tonight, and it's a good practice plan going forward this week. Next week we can try getting Drowsy Maggie a little bit faster and see how you do with that roll and talk about it. And also we can practice and talk about Come for the Kaylee. Okay, so thanks again for your patience with the video, and we'll be back to abnormal next Tuesday, and have a great week of fiddling.